Hey everyone, just want to give everybody some updates on what has been going on and what will be going on in the future with EMF. We're going to cover new product line, old product line, and that kind of stuff. So stick around. I know some of you go and click and watch like 10 seconds and then skip through and miss things and then ask dumb questions in the comments that I have to cover again later. So let's actually watch the whole thing and that'll be great. If you haven't noticed, we're not selling Sundown anymore. At a later date, when the time is right, I might give some more explanation for that. But any outstanding orders on Sundown product that you haven't received because they don't have it yet, anything like that, you will still be getting them. No problems there. Those are still going to ship out. We're just not taking new orders. What we do have in stock, like RCAs, we're going to sell out of those. We will not be getting any more. So go buy the RCAs that are on the website. I think we've got 17 and 20 foot, maybe some 3-footers. But go grab those while we've still got them. For pre-order stuff, Banhammer V2s, those are still in progress. We've got back going on those. I believe within the next hopefully 2 to 3 weeks, I'll be able to actually show you what they are. I've been holding off on doing that until I know precisely what you see is what you're getting. We've made a few changes along the way, so I want to make sure there's not anything that it's not misleading as to what you're actually getting, and you really see what it is that you're buying. So those are still pre-order. You can grab those on the website right now. Many other people have. I encourage doing this early, so they don't come in and immediately sell out, but also the later you wait, the more the price goes up. So go ahead, grab those on emfcaraudio.com. I have had a ton of emails about low ballers asking when we're going to have more of them in. Initially, I wasn't planning on doing another run because they were an okay seller and everybody likes them. It's just people were looking at specs of other subs and price and not looking at actual performance, just specs and price, and buying garbage and overlooking a better sub because of price and specs. And then people started to really see what they were, and then they started catching on, and then we sold a ton of them really fast and sold out. And since then has been nonstop, when are you getting more? Because they're in demand now. So what I have decided to do is make another run of revision 1. I'm going to make some small changes to it. I've already got those laid out. A higher power rating of 900 watts RMS. And we're going to see how those do. But we've had so many people asking about them and wanting to buy more that's what we're going to do. So spec-wise, they're very close. If you have the original ones, they'll be compatible with the revision 1. So you could take one and put another revision 1 in the same box and it'll be fine. But you'll have a little bit better power handling on the new one. Those are available on the website right now. I just put them up there. So you can pre-order those, and those are a pre-order, meaning it will not ship right now. That being said, because of having a lot of demand where people say they want it and then they don't always do it, as we've seen before, what we're doing is we will not actually start production on the lowballer run until a third of them are sold. If everybody who says they want them buys them, that shouldn't be that big of a deal. That should happen pretty quickly. But if people are not following through with saying, oh yeah, I want them, I'll buy them right now, because they're out of stock, then it'll take a little bit longer. For that same reason, we will not put an exact date on it, because if you're 1 day late, then people lose their mind. So we will not put a date on anything pre-order for that reason. For any pre-orders, for any item, our policy, which is right on the website, is there are no refunds on pre-orders. And you do get a better price for waiting and that kind of stuff, but there are 0 refunds on pre-order items. Now we're going to go one step further, because I know what you're thinking. I'll just wait a little bit. If it's not here in time, I'll just do a chargeback. Okay, you do a chargeback, you're going to get blacklisted. one time. We will never sell anything to you again. I think, well, I just won't buy from them again. Okay, but we're also going to publish the blacklist. We're going to put every customer on there that's been blacklisted so other companies can also look at our blacklist and decide if they want to sell to you or not. We're not going to provide things like your address, but your name will be on there, and may just want to hope that nobody has the same name as you in the same location. Might not work out for you there. But that's how we're going to prevent any type of issues there. We only want serious buyers. If you don't plan on trying to scam us or anything, then you have nothing to worry about, so everything is fine. I have been asked about Ermagerd V2s, and we're kind of to the point where I'm going to discontinue that. We've had a hard time with getting motors, and it's turning into a big thing. Now, I do have 2 motors that were damaged in transport, and I have not tried to get those apart and rebuild them because it's very, very dangerous to do so. So I've got to actually make a jig and figure out a way to get them apart and then reassemble it while it's magnetized. But I do have 2 of them that are like that. Those will go up for sale at some point. I don't know when. I might try to work on that relatively soon as I kind of figure out how I can do that. But then I will have 2 of them. I believe I have all the parts where I can make 18s already here. So more than likely they will get built into 18s. And I'll have to see what coils I've got. I think I might have dual 1s. So if you want an 18 dual 1, we're probably in good shape. But I don't want to take anybody's money until I know I can get everything back together on those. So I'll work on that. Keep an eye out on Facebook and Instagram. That's probably where I'll post that. I might do out a newsletter on those, but it will be first come, first serve at whatever price that I put out there. First one to actually send money will get those. So if you've been waiting on trying to find one, save your pennies and have them side by side. I don't know when those will be available yet, but be prepared and on the lookout. Yolo V2s. You may have seen the last Tech Tips Tuesday that we did. I didn't produce those for a while because the price went way up on motors. I wasn't sure that there was demand for it there. I've got a recent quote, and it's lower than the last quote that I got some years ago when it skyrocketed. So we are looking into that. We're kind of figuring out market demand. If that is something that you want, knowing that it's going to be over $1,000, post that below. Let me kind of get a feel how many people will actually buy them. I don't mean like, oh yeah, totally, sell me one of those, and then you don't have the money. I mean, you have the money. You will have the money. If I open pre-order, you'll actually buy them. I've got a group of people that say they may be interested in getting them, but they've got to make sure they have the money to do it. If that entire group says, yeah, we're good to go, we're going to buy some, then I'll start the run on those, just because we'll have a bunch of them good to go already. That will be available in a musical and SPL version. So that'll be something to look out for. But no, it will be over $1,000, probably around the $1,200 range is my guess. But again, if that's something that would be of interest, comment that below. And new stuff that we've got coming beyond that, available right now, is the Ghost 8-inch. Now, people have been asking me if I was going to make an 8 for a really long time, and I said no, we didn't have a need to, but there seems to be a demand for it. We don't have any 8s available for sale now, so it's a good time to release our own. But this is also a very entry-level and very inexpensive, so you can get on board with some of these on the website. They're only sold as a pair, so you have to buy 2 at a time. They're single 4-ohm, 150 watts RMS, 1.5-inch voice coil. They are intended to be very musical. You've got quite a bit of throw if you look at another video on Facebook. You can pick up a pair of those for $100. You should basically just go ahead and buy 4 of them. So where you could use these would be in a truck in particular, under the back seat, because the motors are not super wide, you can fit them in quite a few vehicles. And you can have them forward firing or down firing. But you could definitely get 4 of them in a full-size truck and be okay. The sealed box spec is going to be pretty small, and I will update the website with more specs than I have on there right now. But your sealed box is going to be around like 0.2 cubic feet. Ported will be not much larger than that. And these should work in bandpass all right. I will probably do some videos in a 4th order bandpass and then ported as well. Just kind of show some demo of what these things really are about. But if you had 4 of them, you could have a 600 watt amp and be good to go. So you don't need a ton of money to be in one of these things. It could even be a 4-channel that you bridge on a pair of them, maybe 4 of them depending on the amp. But you can use this as a factory replacement and get a little bit better sound. And collectively, you can have some better sound quality, some better low end in your car and not be that much money into them. Like I said, they're only sold as a pair, so if you only need one, then congratulations, you have a spare. But just makes sense because of how inexpensive these are that they be sold in a pair, and they'll be shipped in a double box. Now, why are we calling this the Ghost line? It's because they came out of nowhere and we don't have any logos on them, front or rear. They were originally designed for an OEM project for another customer, and it's a really solid 8, so I thought I would offer it, and we're going to do a small run of these. They are available now. You can go right on emfcaraudio.com and buy those, and we'll get those right out. So take a look at those. Play around with them. They'd be fun for a toy and see what you can do with them. If these do really well in the 8-inch, then we'll probably branch out into a 12, maybe a 10. 10s are kind of in. I think at a 15 at that level wouldn't do so well. So next we'd probably do a 12 in it. But people keep asking me for 10s, so maybe we'll do that in a 10 too. But that's completely dependent on how well the 8s do and the feedback we get from those. You might notice I've got a Memphis 12 back here. And in quite a few videos, you might see a random whatever that ends up in a video. This is not one of those ones. But one thing that we are going to start doing, we've had a ton of requests to recone your whatever. I had been reserving that for locals who could just come in and drop it off and pick it up. But a lot of people have been wanting to ship their subs to us, and we're going to start doing that. We've kind of rearranged a bunch of stuff in the warehouse so we can actually support keeping track of whose sub is whose. That was part of the thing, is getting them in and out. Keeping track of things would have been very difficult, but we've reorganized a little bit, so that's actually possible. Cost-wise, I'm not going to say it's super cheap, nor is it super expensive for us to do it, but you have to factor in shipping both directions as part of that cost. So just keep that in mind before you send us an email and say, hey, how much would it be to recone my whatever? If it's a $100 sub, but you're going to spend $60 in shipping it, is it really worth it before even getting to the recone? Just a consideration. Make sure you consider that before you send us an email through the contact form on our website saying, can you recone this for me? And I'll go ahead and say, if it's a JLW7, no, we will not recone it for you. We're not doing those. We've done some of them. It's not happening again. We are looking for another product line to fill in everything that we don't have, and we've sent emails to a few different places that we haven't gotten a response on yet. So if you have any suggestions, tag somebody that you would like us to carry. We're not looking for anything that you can just buy in any store everywhere. That's been a continuing problem with dealers basically cutting throats to sell anything. So we're not looking for that. We're not looking for super cheap crap. It has to be decent equipment. And let us know what you might want to see us sell. We'll kind of look into it, see if we can work anything out. Or if you are a manufacturer, you would like to see your stuff on our website, get in contact with us and maybe we can work something out. That's all I have got for now. Make sure you check out emfcaraudio.com so you can get on board with the new lowballer that's coming, and the new Banhammer that's coming, and possibly the Yolo V2 that's coming. I don't think I have those on the website. We need to gauge feedback. Comment that below. If you have any other questions, post that below. Share this video so people can get the update on everything that's going on here, and make sure you're subscribed for later updates on everything that we have going on, and Tech Stuff Tuesday, which we have more of those coming. Thanks for watching.